Hello, welcome to today's episode of A Moment in Time with Favor. And today, it's another episode. Merciful to obtain mercy. Why should I have mercy? Episode 3. And today, we're looking at another why we should have mercy. And that is, forgiveness is easy when mercy is available or abundant. Forgiveness is easy when mercy is available or abundant. We're going to be looking at a few scriptures. Ephesians 2:4 KJV. It says, "But God, who is rich in mercy, for his great love wherewith he loved us, even when we were dead in sins, had quickened us together with Christ. By grace are you saved." And it's interesting, right? One could ask, how is it possible for God to forgive our sin? How is it possible for him to have come as a man? Because we understand that Jesus is actually God in the flesh, come as a man, took the insult, took everything and died for our sin and forgave us. His death, he took it as this is payment for everybody's sin, despite the insult, embarrassment, humiliation, and all of that. How is that possible that he will still die and took it as everybody's payment for their sin? And that's because he's amongst everything he's rich in mercy, and that's why he can afford forgiveness. He's rich he's rich in mercy, and that's why he can afford forgiveness. And actually, where a person, you hear things like, oh, the man is rich in gold, the woman is rich in dollars, this person is rich in this, and the area where you are rich in actually defines the things you can afford. So there are some currency you can be rich in, but you can't really afford some things. You're probably limited because you are not rich in some other currency. There's some mineral resources, you might be rich in, but you can't afford some other things. Why? Because you're not rich in some other, natural materials and all of that. So you see a wealthy person sick, having health challenges, and as it were, all the world cannot afford the healing, and that's because he's not rich in health. He's rich in money, he's rich in whatever, but he's not rich in health. So that's why he can't afford that healing. So if only you, are you struggling with forgiveness? As I struggle, the question is, are you rich in mercy? Are you rich in mercy? If you're rich in mercy, then you can afford to forgive. If you're rich in mercy, then you can afford to forgive, right? So it is easy to forgive when mercy is abundant, when that compassion towards the affliction of people is there. Imagine a mad person offended you. The truth of the matter is that you won't so react. Like, imagine whatever people have done to you was a mad person that did it to you, because you understand this person is afflicted mentally. It is easy to overlook it. In fact, it will even be funny if you try to react. People will even think you are crazy. It won't even make sense to fight back when a mad person offends you. And when we actually realize that people are afflicted, right, we actually look beyond how much we hurt to how much they are hurting. Because it's actually hurting people that hurt people. Like, people that are hurting are the people that hurt people. People that are confused are the people that bring confusion to people. Like, when you see somebody abundantly giving you something, you should know that it is with them. It's something they have. It's something. It is not. They can't give. You can't give what you don't have. You need to have it to give it. And going back to Colossians 3:13, where it says, "Make allowance." Why it talks about make allowance for each other's faults and forgive anyone who offends you. Remember, the Lord forgave you, so you must forgive. Think about it. Before you mention forgive, you mention make allowance. So it is easy. You don't even have to be told. You don't even have to, be reminded. Once that allowance for people's fault is being provided for, when there's a demand to forgive, it is easy. You can afford it. So let me give an example. Imagine you have been saving up for a debt, like you have a savings titled, payment for debt, right? And you have been providing for it. You have been allocating resources towards that area, and somebody eventually incurred a debt, right? Or let's say you went to buy something, or you went out with somebody, and the person probably didn't get to pay. Because you have been providing for that debt, it is easy to pull out from that resources and pay for the debt incurred. Imagine, I don't know, there's something called vex money, where you go out when you go out with somebody, but you ensure you have money with you, should in case the person comes and for your hand, and the person now does that, it won't really get to your pocket. Why? Because you've already provided for it. It won't really get you stranded. Why? Because you provided for it. So if you struggle with forgiveness, chances are that you've not made provision for mercy. Mercy is not abundant. Chances are you're not rich in mercy, and that's why it's difficult to provide. Chances are you're not making provision. You're not compassionate towards the fact that, hey, we are flooded. We are flooded, and you need to provide for that fault, basically. So that's it today for a moment in time with favor, merciful to obtain mercy. I hope this blesses you. Do subscribe to this channel, like, share, comment, do all of that. Till next time, have a beautiful experience while you live. Love you. Bye.